Notable omissions, real quick, before we get back to the top 10, include Steve Sarkisian, who's got it 11th, Chris Kleiman's at 12th, Lane Kiffin is at 21. Willie Fritz, Eli Drinkwitz also stood out to me as not ranked. They, quote, just missed the cut. But guys, nowhere in the entire Word doc that Bruce Feldman submitted to The Athletic was one Dan Lanning. That seems rather criminal considering Oregon is easily a top 5 program in the country right now. That had to have been the piece of the paper that the dog ate, right? Like he just forgot to recopy.
Well, and the rest of the college football world to disagree with him because he had to shoot down rumors left and right that he was leaving Oregon.
True.
And there were these
Or
big time
Alabama.
programs. Yeah, they're big time programs that were trying to chase after him and get him to come over. And so, look, he may not make this top 10 list, but when it came time to hire a new coach for some big time programs, he was making everybody's short list and was probably, kind of getting sick of it. He's like, I've got all the money I need up here. I'm transitioning to a new conference. I've got all the opportunity in the world in front of me. He believes that the grass is plenty green in Eugene. That's harder to say than you think, but he believes all that, and which is great. And whether you agree with him or not, you can at least know that he's bought into his program and that everybody else wanted him to buy into theirs. And so, I just don't get leaving him off. You could argue like, is he 3? Is he 4? Is he 2? But I just don't. I don't understand how he left it. You're right. It does seem like he just forgot. It kind of seems to me like this was one of those where you and your buddies sit around and you name like the top 10 of all time for something and nobody really looks anything up. You just kind of start, shooting the breeze and like, oh, it's like that guy. And then like 2 days later, you'll go, oh, wait, how did we forget him? It's kind of what that felt like to me was he was just kind of shooting the breeze with his buddies like, hey, who's some good coaches? And then nobody mentioned Dan Lanning.
And I'll, again, play a little bit of devil's advocate. I think it's an awful omission. He should be top 15 at worst, top 10 lock to me. But he has only been a coach for 2 years, and he has yet to make a college football playoff, right? So, again, trying to maybe scratch off the reasons. I think the most obvious reason is what you guys are talking about. He literally just forgot, and that's embarrassing for a writer of his caliber, but we all make mistakes.
I would like you right now to defend PJ Fleck and Jason Candle's inclusion.
I can't. I cannot. No, I cannot.
Also mentioning not making the playoff. Lance Leipold, anyone? Has he been a head coach in a playoff?
Well, we're gonna get there in just a second.
I'll talk about Lance in a second.
I love Lance Leipold. I'm just saying, like, if we're gonna say, oh, well, he didn't make the playoff, I'm like, yeah, what a bum.
I'm just trying to maybe put myself in Bruce's brain.
Right.
How you can maybe justify it outside of just forgetting, because that seems like a really bad look for a writer of his caliber.
Hey, in his defense, it's the middle of the season, right? We got big rivalry games next. Oh no, it's the off season. He had weeks on this.
He might be on a cruise to Turks and Caicos right now, man. He has other things.
He could be. He could be working on that spring break tan right now.
Gracious him! How about